everyone, my name is Sonam Narayan and I am pursuing BA LLB from UPES and I'm in my fourth year, and the topic for today's video is the important features of the Domestic Violence Act 2005. Before proceeding with this video, I like to say that this video does not solicit any types of uh, promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for educational purposes only. Now let's begin. So whenever we talk about any act or um, whenever we read any act, one of the most important thing to understand the act in a better manner is that one should understand the terminologies of that act, which is given as a definition under the act in a very good and a broad sense, or in a sense uh, with or in a sense with which it is being uh, said in the act. So the section 2 of the Domestic Violence Act talks about the important definitions or for this act, like for example, what do we mean by aggrieved person? So here, as per this act, aggrieved person means any woman who is or has been in a domestic relationship with the respondent and who alleges to have been subjected to any act of domestic violence by the respondent. Now, as per this act, the child means any person below the age of 18 years and includes any adopted step or foster child. Now, the compensation order here means an order granted in terms of Section 22 of the Act. Now, what is custody order? So, custody order means an order which is given in the Section 21 of this Act. Now, what do we mean by domestic incident report? So that means a report made in the prescribed form on receipt of a complaint of domestic violence from an aggrieved person. Now, what do we mean by domestic relationship? It means a relationship between two persons who live or have at any point of time lived together in a shared household when they are related by consanguinity, marriage, or through a relationship in the nature of marriage, adoption, or are family members living together as a joint family. All right. So what do we mean by domestic violence? It has the same meaning as assigned to it under section 3. Dowry have the same meaning as assigned to it in section 2 of the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. Magistrate means the judicial magistrate of the first class or the metropolitan magistrate exercising jurisdiction under the CPC area where the aggrieved person resides temporarily or otherwise, or the respondent resides on the or the domestic violence is alleged to have taken place. Now, what do we mean by medical facility? It means such facility as may be notified by the state government to be a medical facility for the purpose of this act. Monetary relief refers to the compensation which the magistrate order the respondent to pay to the aggrieved person at any stage during the hearing of an application seeking any relief under this act to meet the expenses incurred and the losses suffered by the aggrieved person as a result of the domestic violence. Now, notification refers to a notification published in the official gazette, and the expression notified shall be construed accordingly. All right. Now, prescribed means prescribed by rules made under this act. The term protection officer means an officer appointed by the state government, and the protection order means an order as per the section 18 of the act. Now, respondent means any adult male person who is or has been in a domestic relationship with the aggrieved person and against whom the aggrieved person has sought any relief under this act. Provided that an aggrieved wife or female living in a relationship in the nature of marriage may also file a complaint against a relative of the husband or the male partner. Now, service provider means an entity registered under subsection 1 of section 10. Now, what do we mean by shared household? It means a household where the person aggrieved lives or at any stage has lived in a domestic relationship, either singly or along with the respondent, and includes such a household whether owned or tenanted either jointly by the aggrieved person and the respondent, or owned or tenanted by either of them, in respect of which either the aggrieved person or the respondent, or both jointly or singly, have any right, title, interest, or equity, and includes such a household which may belong to the joint family of which the respondent is a member, irrespective of whether the respondent of the aggrieved person has any right, title, or interest in the shared household. Now, what do we mean by shelter home? So shelter home means any shelter home which notified by the state government to be a shelter home for the purposes of this act. Thank you very much. In this video, we'll learn about the important definitions under the Domestic Violence Act. Thank you.